Hi, John Keel here, and I want to welcome you to part 6 of the WILDFIRE video training series. If you're just joining us for the first time, this is the 6th part of a 26-part basic course on WILDFIRE and things Internet as related to HealthSource. And today we're going to talk about the Internet-based inbound phone call tracking and recording system that is an integral part of WILDFIRE. Very, very important. We've measured and tracked and recorded phone calls from day one of the program. Just recently, in about the last 6 months, made some changes that we believe and have been told by many folks have vastly improved the program. So why track and record phone calls? Well, there are only two main reasons, but they're very important reasons. And the first is to be able to measure performance. J.T. Wanamaker, a famous retailer, said well over 150 years ago, says, I know 50% of my advertising works, I just don't know which 50%. And in today's marketplace, I personally believe that's inexcusable. You have to know your numbers, and you have to be able to track and measure everything. And so point number one is we are able to measure performance. But secondly, and this recording, this is where this really comes into play, is in team training. We have found that not everybody on the team, at least those responsible for answering the phone calls, always follow the scripts. And in fact, we've heard over the last several years some phone calls that basically people drove prospective patients away from the practice by not following the script. And gosh, we just can't afford to do that in today's business environment. So this is the second main reason. Now, how's it done? Well, upon receipt of your worksheet, and we talked about the worksheet at an earlier version or an earlier part of the series, as soon as we get your worksheet, one of the first things we do is we set up a local tracking number for your internet, your Facebook, and mobile website. There are actually 3 different tracking numbers we set up today. And we, as we talked about last week, then modify your clinic website to take the toll-free number down and put the local tracking number up, and do the same thing on your Facebook page. We actually show that separate tracking number. So that number that people see on your Facebook page will be different from what's shown on your website. And again, the reason for that is we want to be able to track how well is Facebook doing. We also incorporated a number within your mobile website. Of course, that number doesn't show. People just click to push, but it's a separate number. And again, we use the same tracking number on literally hundreds of, in the case of the internet number, directories, citation websites, and so on. So over a period of 4, 5, 6, 7 months, that phone number will be out there, totally out there, and that's the number by which people will know you. So what's tracked? All internet-based phone calls, wherever you're found. And we don't really care where you're found, but we want that phone number, that tracking number, to be associated with your clinic. And again, as I mentioned earlier, separate tracking from your website, from Facebook, and your mobile website. And I believe you'll find as we move forward that mobile is becoming more and more important. You're going to be glad that we actually have set up separate tracking for mobile. Also, what's tracked? Well, we're able to distinguish between new patients, existing patients, or other. And I'll show you some examples of that in just a minute. In fact, how are results reported? Working and coordinating with HS Works, you have already been sent, and if you don't have it, please let us know ASAP, the login information. You'll use your HS Works login. And by the way, there are a couple videos that show this that Ann Flynn of our office has put together. Very, very good videos that'll show you all the details that I'm going to just show you some overview on now. We report your return on investment. You can go in and this happens to be one particular office for any time frame. See total payments, total charges, future visits. Very, very good information. There's also detail on all the calls. You can see there are actually 1, 2, 3, 4, about 6 different tabs across here where you can go in and in this case look at new patients, existing patients, the total calls. So I might want to be able to say, okay, which calls do I want to go in and listen to? I may want to listen to calls that aren't new patient and existing patients just to see what was on the other calls and why did they become patients. So in terms of what's coming in the future, looking at adding additional phone numbers so that you're able to track all types of marketing and advertising. And that ends our quick 5-minute video today. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.